Alright. Hello there, everybody. Six Size here, back with Blind Man's World. We're playing Shadow Hearts as usual.
Yay! I don't even know where we are. I think we might be in Beijing or something like that, but people are gonna probably be eating each other and horrible stuff like that.
We're in a temple. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh, we
This
are.
is also the Caffeine Cocommentaries. I did forget to mention that.
And I have coffee, and Steve actually outdid me because he's an overachiever and drank like a whole pot of coffee. I just got a 3-cup or 4-cup pot that I'm working on right now. But that's okay.
Don't do what I did.
Don't do what Steve did. No, bad. Say no to coffee. Well, don't actually, 'cause that's bad. I wouldn't say no to coffee. Say no to 12 cups of coffee all at once.
I'll be okay, though. It's not as bad as it could have been.
I'm gonna see if I can pour my coffee and if I can get it on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
You heard that?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That's the sound of pouring coffee with one hand. It's so
Nice.
deep. And yeah, beating to death.
So this is the first time we've used Nourishing Potion with Yuzhen. It actually also heals paralysis, but he's just giving himself HP back because he's cool.
Nourishing. So does it refill our hit points, magic points, and everything else?
No, just hit points. I wish it was more than hit points.
Yeah, me too. Hit points and oh, that's right. It's SP, isn't it?
Yes.
My goodness, my brain. I have to get a certain document out just in case we need it.
I'm so glad you have that document. This is nothing like the previous co-commentary that we did, where I pretty much knew everything or I had everything ready ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Like Final Fantasy game, you honestly should work through the speedrun, because there is a speedrun for that game. I could see you really being pretty darn successful since you know the game pretty much backwards and forwards.
I would
Do a stream or something.
probably do an any percent run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because 100% I don't think I could get the fastest time for that, because I'm terribly inefficient at certain points of battling, and that's something I do know off the top of my head.
Right. No, it would be worth it. I think that'd be cool to see an any percent from y'all. Maybe even record it.
I would probably do that. I'd have to plan it out really well. I'd probably watch some other people, get some strats down. I've already pretty much, for the most part, I could probably put together the battle strats.
Right.
But the thing that's going to really hurt me is my magic drawing. How am I going to deal with that? That's going to be a big issue that I have to solve if I'm going to speedrun that.
Yeah, well, I think there are already some routes that you could probably look at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bet you would look at it and you would probably modify it and figure out some better ways. That's kind of how the speedrun community works, is you look at each other's routes and see where you can tweak and get ahead sometimes.
I'm just worried that people have used in-game cheats. Like, I've seen some speedruns where people have actually used in-game glitches to their advantage, and if there are any glitchable things in Final Fantasy VIII, they will have done that.
That's true. That's sometimes that's an entirely different category. Like you can do the any percent with glitches, any percent with glitchless.
Okay, yeah.
Kinds of things. So yeah, you're right. Like even in like Dark Souls and stuff, they do those kinds of things where you can actually clip through walls. Or if you've ever seen the Metroid Prime speedrun, has out of bounds stuff that you have to do to get the high end. The like times and stuff, which you're floating through and outside the levels, and it's craziness. I think I'd like what you're talking about of a run where you're playing fair, no glitches, and just kind of going through as fast as you can without screwing with the game, basically.
Yeah, I would definitely play that way. I just as a note, I've actually seen people beat Legend of Zelda in under 10 minutes. It was actually It wasn't Majora's Mask, it was Ocarina of Time.
Really?
You can basically glitch 95% of the game away, and it's incredibly disturbing.
You would have to glitch through the door at the Temple of Time and somehow actually be able to open it.
You can glitch through it. I watched them do it.
Damn. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's crazy. I mean, even if you're familiar with the game Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, you can beat that game in, I think, under 3 minutes by going to one of the main towns. You make 3 or 4 potions. You use the potions to fly to the final boss, and you use another one of your potions to up your stats completely, and then you kill the final boss, and you're done.
That's not fun. That's breaking a game.
Well, in that game you can break. Even if you try to play it legitimately, the magic in that game is so overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kitsune.
It is Kitsune.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, Kitsune?
He's mad because I stayed up all night. I got up at 9 last night.
Kitsune is El Guapo Gato. Handsome kid.
Oh.
No, he agrees. He's like, yeah, I totally am, and I would like a friend.
I don't know, maybe one of your cats meowed and he heard it. He's trying to talk to it.
They haven't. Patience is in the room right now, my calico. She's actually watching me, but she's kind of just hanging out, not meowing right now. So, and Luna's sleeping, so she will not be joining the playthrough right now.
Oh, that's alright.
So, and our third cat very rarely meows. She's our very silent, demure cat. So, I have to find where we are in this document, but go ahead and talk while I'm doing that.
Oh. Aside from almost puking, Kitsune only seems to vocalize when he's upset. He usually sounds mad.
Well, maybe he goes through life pissed off. I don't know. It's just a pissed off cat. Meow, meow, meow.
It's either because he wants attention or just because he doesn't like something that's going on. Like I said, I think he's mad at me because I stayed up all night.
It could be. Maybe it kept him up. So he had to worry about you or something like that. I don't know.
He's that kind of cat. Like, I read an article title. I didn't actually read the article. It was talking about how cats don't miss you when you're gone. But I don't believe that for a minute because we were gone Monday getting a new vehicle. And it was all day pretty much. And when we got back, he followed me around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's weird. What the?
He's a very possessive cat.
Well, they do kind of own you, so they do scent mark you, so that would make sense. This is weird. My guide for this game somehow turned into the Wizardry 8 Solo Fairy Ninja Run guide. And it's in the Shadow Hearts folder. That's weird. Alright, well, I'll continue to do some detective work here.
Alright.
See where it went.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, that's right. You did some surgery on your computer. How was it? Was that the first time you've done that?
That is the first time I've done the whole power source insert graphics card kind of deal. I mean, I've ripped apart a computer and put in a disk drive kind of deal, but yeah, this was the first time I've did it. Now, all I did was watch like 4 or 5 YouTube videos and went, oh, okay, that's how you do it. And then, yeah. So, and nothing's exploded. The thing renders faster now.
Oh, nice. Do you happen to know what kind of graphics card it was?
Oh, where's my box? I do, in fact, know where it is. It's not some high-end kind of thing. It's just middle of the road, but it's a NVIDIA GeForce GT 740, 2040 megabytes DDR3. So it works now. I mean, you got the PCI Express deal, so you can just kind of plug and play, and it's not the, I'm not going to be running like Call of Duty, but I don't play that game, so it's going to allow me to run, Dark Souls 3 when it comes out. It runs Dark Souls now perfectly.
Nice.
In 60 frames per second. I can run, Divinity. What was the other one? Risen. I can run all those games. And I used to be able to run them. However, my fan would go crazy and would like, oh my god, it's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Right now, it just kind of goes, oh, we're good, fine. So, yeah, it's really, really helpful to be able to have a little bit better, graphics card and stuff. And right now, while we're recording, my fan is not doing anything. It's not pissed off that I'm running Skype and broadcasting at the same time. So I think that's partly I'm not relying on, because I had an integrated graphics card into my processor, and while that's all good and well, it when your computer's trying to process your computer, the behind the scenes stuff, and trying to display graphics and images, it really pisses it off. So now my processor can just process stuff in the background, and my graphics card can handle displaying the pretty colors and stuff. So, and it was easy. So
that's wonderful. You have a better graphics card than I'm going to get. I actually intend to upgrade. The one I'm going to get is a GT730. It's a Zotac card.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to have 4 gigabytes of onboard DDR3. I wish it was DDR5, but I'm going to live with it.
Yeah, sounds like it should work out pretty well. I mean, and they're not that terribly expensive. I mean, they're not, cheap, but this one was, I think it was $80 or $90 for this from the local large name place with 2 B's in the name. So
you could have actually bought it online, probably for about the same price, but if you could get it in store and take it home with you, that's probably better.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of why I did it. It was just convenient to go down to the store and get it, and because they sold the computer that I bought, they have a lot of the parts and things that support their computers, so I knew for sure it was going to be compatible with it. So I would have hated to buy something online and find out, oh, yay, this is for a Dell computer, and mine's not a Dell. Screwed. So
I've done a lot of research for the parts I'm getting. I'm getting, this time around, I'm getting 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is doubling what I've got, and then that graphics card. And it's basically going to take my computer from a high-low end to a mid-range computer.
Oh, that'll be great.
So I'm pretty hyped, actually.
Gonna be able to run Ninja Gaiden, what was it, Neon? That really cool Ninja Gaiden game that y'all did. Be able to run that without any problems at all.
No, that was Rising Revengeance, which is a Metal Gear game.
Metal Gear! It looked like Ninja Gaiden for some reason.
Probably because of the ninja running and killing people by cutting them in half.
Yes. I think you would, if you seem to like that game, so I think you should definitely get some of the new Ninja Gaiden games, because they would be right up your alley. They're not up my alley, they would be up your alley.
I would probably hate myself, but I would do it, because that's Super Mario Brothers 3. I mean, I love that game, but I hate it at the same time.
Yeah, I remember to play through that. That was fun. Yeah, platformers are just... I used to love them, quite frankly, and now I was playing Shovel Knight yesterday afternoon during my lunch break, and it just pissed me off. It was like, damn, I died, and the one-hit spikes. It's like, this is ridiculous. My health bar.
Yeah, well, what's the point of a health bar? I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's my adult brain's like incapable of being patient with one-hit spikes anymore. It must be a sign that I'm getting old. I can't deal with the one-hit spikes.
No, I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
It's funny because I can handle hours of grinding, but you give me a one-hit kill situation, and I will probably rage quit a game.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just that loss of patience.
Yep.
Man, I cannot find our little document right now. I don't know what the heck I did. This is not good, man. This is not good.
My guts are hurting more again.
Oh no. Well, you figure the coffee is not only, full of caffeine, but it's highly acidic. And depending on how many beans you actually use, you're basically putting low-level, battery acid in your stomach. And your stomach's already acidic. So the pH level in your stomach right now has got to be crazy.
I'm probably.
Do you have antacid?
I probably should get some. We do, but why with my life? Stop. Go up. No. Okay. I'm having.
Oh, that's right. We're still in this cave.
I'm having some serious problems here.
Yeah.
When we get out of this battle, I'll show you. But I come off one screen and I've gone in 3 directions, and it keeps putting me back on the screen that I came off of. So I'm frustrated and confused. It's happened like 4 or 5 times now.
Huh. I wonder if we've experienced a glitch.
Oh, that would be bad.
Game ending glitch, and yeah, I hope not. Really
I do have. This is a promotional copy of the game, so if there was going to be glitches, it'd probably be this copy of the game.
Damn.
Just my luck, right?
Right, exactly. That's just get through almost half the game, because we are actually, I think we hit the halfway point last time. So.
Oh wow.
But
I thought it was only like 33% at that point.
Well, it was when we started. But yeah, I mean, at least from where I'm scrolling for the thing, it's about a third of the way down to get to where we are.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I tend to not like these kinds of mazes. They did this in Zelda 1 too, with the little forest, you know, up, left, down, left kind of deal. I'll bet you it's something like that with this too.
Oh wow. Okay, I see what I did wrong now. I was on the top of the screen and I thought I was on the bottom or the right hand side there. I just didn't actually see the character, which wasn't great.
It happens. We learn by doing.
So my dog Blueberry has joined us. She's not sitting on my lap or anything, but she is sitting at my feet.
Y'all have a dog?
4.
I knew you had one dog. I don't think I've ever met any of your dogs or had them come in. Welcome, Blueberry, to the stream. Well, to the recording, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, Blue.
No. I just want to sleep.
No, she's sitting there. I think she's all disturbed because no one's upstairs and everybody else is gone except for me and Sam, and Sam's asleep.
Oh, okay.
So she just wants to be by a person because she's used to having people around.
Well, yeah, it's her pack. Be friends with people.
My poor Blueberry. She always looks so sad too, so I have to keep looking down at her. I feel so bad.
Which reinforces her behavior to look sad. So then you look more at her, which reinforces it. It's like a circular thing.
I know. I know.
Okay. Well, you can always get her on YouTube or something like that and make money off of her cuteness.
There she goes. Sam's gonna take her and she's gonna lay down with her. That's better. It's funny when she was a stray and I found her in the backyard when we were living in San Diego, and she had those sad eyes, and I was like, I cannot leave this dog outside. And I asked if we could keep her, and Sam's dad could not say no either. She just had that charm.
Yep. She uses it.
She knows too. She's not a stupid dog.
Right. That's probably how she got food and stuff when she was a stray, too.
Yeah.
Just looked cute at a human and learned, oh, when I do this particular face, I get food.
Yep.
Yum. I'm a dog. I like food.
Whoa.
So I'll continue to do the face.
Ah.
Are we in is it called the Cave Temple?
Will it show me here? No, it won't.
Ugh. Well, we are in a cave, and you said we were in a temple, so I'm gonna assume that's where we are.
Yes. We're on the girls' part, though.
Oh. Does she know that?
You just made me miss a part of the judgment ring. I hope you are happy.
That's what I do. I'm part of the challenge of the game. I distract.
Makes sense.
Level 2 distract spell.
Of course. So I think we're probably going to wander around for a half an hour again and then find our way in the next episode.
Yep.
Just like
sounds
the
like
last
a plan
one.
to me. Well, this is really a confusing little spot.
It is. You have to go through the teleporters in a certain order. It's the way the first one worked. So I'm assuming this is the same thing. I just haven't found the next teleporter yet, so I'm kind of raw.
Yeah, well, they don't seem to give you any clues to actually, solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which, that pisses me off, because that's what Silent Hill always does, too. It's like, here's some random stuff. Here's a hole. Put it together, and then you have to get something down in the hole to get a key that actually opens the door. Like, there was one puzzle in Silent Hill 1, I think, with it was a clothespin, not a clothespin, a paperclip, piece of gum, string, and something else, and you had to find this drain. And you put the gum and the string and stuff down the drain, and then got a key to open another chest that had another pentagram symbol to put into a door. It was like, how are you supposed to figure that out without a walkthrough?
You're not.
Yeah, exactly.
Games do things like that on purpose. To make you cry.
Pretty much. It's not like a Myst game. I mean, Myst games are hard. However, there are clues in the game, sometimes abstract, I'll grant you, but you can solve the puzzles through Sherlocking your way through the books and clues that are in the game.
That just reminds me that the first time it's the third time, that I played through Final Fantasy VIII, I used the guide. So, basically every time I've ever played that game, I've had a guide. Which is kind of sad because, the first few times I played Final Fantasy VII, I didn't have a guide. Final Fantasy X, I've never really used a guide. But my favorite one, I have to use a guide.
Well, I mean, I can see why, though. The Final Fantasy VIII is far more complicated than Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy X, you're on the rails pretty much the whole time. I mean, there's not a real way to get lost in that game. It's pretty linear. I mean, and it's a game that I actually enjoy, but yeah, it's the 8th installment. It's hard, and there's lots of cool stuff that you can do, and you can miss it if you don't do it the right way. So, which is probably why some people were pissed off at that game. I don't know.
Well, they also probably don't like the fact that the magic system is completely borked up in their opinion, which...
yeah, it's weird because you would have magic points, so it's still a resource that you're going to lose. It just looks different. You're basically drawing the magic points to yourself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like it now. I think I was a little bit taken off, or put off a little bit when I first played that game. But eventually I did go to the point where it's like, oh, this is kind of fun. And I didn't use a ton of magic in the game either, just because of that whole
the junction
thing of...
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I ended up doing, is kind of like what you do a lot of times too, is you get a nice good collection of magic and you junction it to your stats. So then I don't want to use it because it's like, this is bolstering my power of my character. So I don't want to bleed myself out by using magic. So...
I've been, as I've played more, I got to the point where I was less like, okay, I need to keep all my magic. I realized that you can use maybe 10 or 15 of them and not really change the stat base that much. And when we played it for that playthrough, I did that more than I normally would have. And since then, I've been a little more liberal. Yeah.
You actually use your magic and don't feel that it's going to kill you or anything like that.
Well, but I used to use it before, like Aura. It's a great junction magic, but it's so much more useful to actually cast it. So there were things where I would intentionally not use them for junctioning. And that's always tough. It hurts because you could have a really high stat, but instead, in the case of Aura, you're using it for a limit break.
Right, exactly. Well, geez, I don't know.
It's a really complicated situation, and it's always been as such for being.
Yeah, finding that balance and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Well, that is I mean, after you get over the fact that it's different from Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah.
then you can really kind of embrace that game and its systems. And it's got some good complexity to it. I mean,
It
just
does.
watching the playthrough, it's got some good stuff to it. So I'll have to sit down and take some time to play that. It's just
You
I'm
should
so
stream
bogged
it. I would watch you play it. It's a game where you can have a lot of different theories and techniques you use.
Yeah.
You could go all strength. You could go all magic. You could go all defense. You could go all summons. I mean,
Yeah.
you could go all items for goodness sake.
Oh god, I'm not doing that one.
No,
I would probably attempt, if I ever play the game, I'll probably attempt the low-level playthrough of the game, because that looks like a fun challenge, kind of like I did with the Soul Level 1 playthrough of Dark Souls. That looks interesting. I like trying to challenge myself. Even in the Wizardry game, same deal. As I wanted to play the game, but I wanted to do it with just one character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And the thing that's nice about Final Fantasy VIII is you can really warp that system. Like, you could draw all the magic you want and run away and never gain a level. You are going to gain a few levels because there's a few forced fights, but for the most part, you can pretty much stay as low level as you want.
Exactly.
So that's a game for it. I would watch that.
Are we trying to end the episode?
Yeah, I felt like we could chat a little bit because we finally got through the maze. I'm sure people are like, God damn it, why are you sitting there? Fight the boss. I'm not ready. I don't care what anybody says. This team is not great for a boss fight. So I'm like...
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you guys next time when we're going to fail miserably.
See you later.